Hello YouTube, Doubtless Gamer here with another video. Now this time about the video game War of Tanks. I love this video game, it's very simplistic, but there's a lot of depth into it when you learn how to play the game. And one of my frustration about this game is of course players online. Now I'm showing you guys two video footage, one where I lost, which is this one, and you can see me lose epically here. But sadly, it's one of those games where you can't really do anything about it because you're kind of reliant on your team to play their part. And in the next game, you're gonna see me winning, and you might notice something how I play, especially with this tank. Like I said, this is my first rocket tank, and I really like this tank, and I got this tank because it's a premium tier 9 medium tank, and it's a assault tank. I love tanks that's this well designed to be frontal assault. And despite that, sometimes war tanks has a little, I don't want to say fictional, but it's definitely based on real world experimental tanks. This tank is definitely one of those experimental tanks, but it never got mainstream. And the country in real life, which is China, I never like mass produced this type of tank, but this is definitely one of those tanks that was experimental. And I really love this tank in game because aside from functionality, it also has amazing design. It really does look modernized despite, the era that was created, which is I think 59. I could be wrong, but I think it is 1959, hence the name. But yeah, and I'm kind of glad I got this tank, even though I kind of broke my self promise of don't spend any more money on this game. But anyway, what I want to discuss in this video, because I got very frustrated with this gameplay that you would see me here losing, is when you guys climb the ladder in World of Tanks, try your best to learn the tank itself. And there's so many resources, like watch a little YouTube video, especially on YouTube, because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that tells you how the tank works and what is its main role, its purpose. And I say that because one thing I notice when it comes to fighting against other players, sometimes they forget about their own tank, of their strengths and weaknesses, and as a result, they put themselves in a position where it's so easy for the enemies to destroy them. Me playing in this tier 9 medium tank, and again, it's designed to be a frontal assault, so it's an assault medium tank. I'm fully aware of its weakness. Its weakness is it has squishy hull armor. Its entire body is very squishy. But, and I say but, it's a versatile assault, a tank. And when I say versatile, I mean it's capable of tanking damage. You know where it's bouncing bullets, or should I say cannon fire? And where it bounces its cannon fire is definitely the turret. Right here in this village, you'll definitely see me getting shot a few times. When I receive damage, it's because the enemies they targeted my hull. Again, my hull is squishy. But when I bounce damage, it's because the enemy hit my turret. The turret armor in this tank is fantastic. In matter of fact, I think it's one of the strongest turret armor in this game. I could be wrong. I think there are other tanks that are even better, but this tank definitely has a thick frontal turret armor. And I say frontal because that's where its main thickness is at. The sides and I think the backside is very squishy, but the frontal turret armor is very strong. And this lets you position yourself where you could hide your hull and only expose your turret. And you exposing your turret not only lets you absorb damage, but you could also dish out damage in return, and that is perfect for players that know what they're doing, especially if they know the weakness and the vulnerability of this tank. And me personally, I love it because it basically gives you how do I say this? It gives you a sense of versatility, and like I said in my previous video when I'm talking about this tank, I love versatile tanks, and that's why I'm a little biased towards America Tech Tree. not because of nationalism, not because of that. It's more because of the play style. And you guys are gonna notice when you play War of Tanks, every country has a certain play style. Me, I aside from America versatility, I also love autoloaders, and the country that specializes in autoloader is the French tech tree. As a matter of fact, the French they have a autoloader artillery, which is awesome, but sadly that's only a tier 10 artillery. But anyway, going back to the subject, so this tank, just like the American tech tree, this is a Chinese tank, but it's super versatile. It could do a lot of things, and thanks to the rockets, it could even become even more versatile, and it could be just as speedy and fast as a light tank. But it comes up with a cost, and that cost is it's a squishy tank. You can only be tanky when you're hiding your home and only exposing your turret. And when the enemies are firing at you, they cannot pen. Well, they could pen, but it really depends on the enemy tank. They most likely gonna not damage you when they hit your turret armor, and you could dish out damage right in return. And you will see gameplay footage of this. You'll see me bouncing stuff. So yeah, and that's all I wanted to say. I think I ranted enough, guys, especially I'm going over 6 minute mark. But what I'm trying to say here is that I'm frustrated with players that has been playing this game for a while and they don't know what they're doing. While me, I kind of know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I understand that if you really want to have a good win rate in this game, learn your tank, understand your tank, and use its strength and minimize its vulnerabilities, minimize its weakness. Well, guys, that's all I gotta say. Cadelis Gamer over now. Please like and subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.